my lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to go over 6 outfit uniforms that I think are perfect for work now for autumn. And I've said this before, I think outfit uniforms really are the way to go if you want to be able to get dressed in essentially no time at all and still really enjoy your outfit. It removes any headache. It is so incredibly time saving in the mornings and you still look pulled together. And I have 6 outfit formulas here today that I think are just really easy to recreate. I have a couple of variations on a few of them as well, but I'm sure that most of you will be able to recreate these with things that you already own. And I really love the way that this is kind of allowing us to play around with different formulas and different types of outfits, but when we really need to get dressed in a hurry, we don't need to overthink it at all. We've already kind of made really good formulas that just work. So the first outfit formula that we have, I have the base on already. So you can see it is tailored trousers and a striped shirt. And this is one of those really classic, you cannot go wrong outfits for work. It's really simple, but it still feels really polished. It's minimal and pulled together and just so easy to do. And if you know me, you know I love a stripe, pretty much anything. And I think there's something about it where compared to a solid color, it just gives a little bit more interest to the outfit, a little bit more personality maybe, but it also makes it feel a little bit more effortless and laid back, I think. So I absolutely love it. And this is so incredibly easy to accessorize. I typically do either a loafer or a boot with it, and then just a really good work bag. And it's really easy because I have so many striped shirts. I can't get enough of them. It's something that I wear. I could easily wear every day for a week and not be bored. So the first one is obviously this white and blue striped shirt, and this is in silk, which I absolutely love. It feels really polished and elegant. It's also a beautiful thing to wear. It's so incredibly comfortable, and I think it's perfect if you want a little bit more of a dressy vibe. But on the other hand, if you want to go the other way with something that feels a little bit more like even more laid back and casual, I think just switching out the material is such a good way to go. So I have this cotton shirt that I have shown so many times on my channel, and I'm not going to apologize because this is one of my best purchases. You can see this one also has that red stripe in there, which I think is giving it even more of a sort of like effortless vibe. But the main key thing I wanted to highlight here is that this is in sort of more of a washed cotton. Is that even a thing? I know washed linen is a thing. It's not that really crisp, stiff type of cotton. It's really sort of soft, and I think that really changes the outfit and makes it a little bit more relaxed. But I also wanted to dress that up a little bit more, so I added a belt just to show you some different options for accessorizing. Either way, this is such an easy formula that can work for so many different things. It's super versatile and really easy to dress up or down. It's one of my most classic sort of office day type of outfits. I just think it works and I still feel really good in it. And while I'm here, I wanted to give you a little bit more of a close-up of the handbag that I have paired these outfits with. This is a handbag I was very kindly gifted by a brand called Atelier's August. I had been looking at their handbags for such a long time already. They have such a wide collection of handbags that I feel hit that perfect balance of classic but still really interesting. And I absolutely fell for this handbag right here. This is the Capucines bag. I just think it is such a beautiful handbag that works so well for more tailored outfits because it has that structured style to it that is still quite feminine with the top handle. So I have loved pairing this handbag with work outfits whenever I can, and also for some of my other everyday type of outfits. The handbag is just so beautiful. I think it really adds an elevated touch to it. And this one also actually comes with a crossbody strap, which I thought was really good. And that makes it a little bit more practical for sort of my everyday outfits when I need to be hands-free, but also obviously for my work outfits. I just think it is so cute handheld like this, so that is the way I paired it with these outfits. The leather is really smooth and it feels beautiful, and the structure of the bag is sort of like, it's not overly stiff. You can still kind of like squeeze it, if that makes sense, but the base is really reinforced, so it just feels like it's made in a way that it's going to hold up really well. So far, it's obviously first impressions. I haven't worn it for that long, but I absolutely love it so far. I think it is a beautiful handbag. So let me know if you want to see a review once I have really put it through the ringer and see if it holds up. Now, going from the classic, a little bit more tailored type of work outfit, I wanted to go for something that is a little bit more casual. If you have casual Fridays or or if you work in a place where jeans are okay to wear. So you know I'm going to pull out these COS column jeans, one of my absolute favorite types of jeans. I just think they have that perfect straight leg where it's not overly wide, but it's also sort of not like that fake straight where it actually is a bit more slim than straight. Do you know what I mean? I think these are so good. There is something about a dark wash denim that to me reads a little bit more elegant and polished than a light wash. Not sure if that's just me, let me know. Either way, I think they are perfect for work. So I wanted to pair these with a nice cozy knitwear piece. So I have this cardigan right here, an absolute favorite from COS as well. And this is in merino wool, so it's a little bit warmer now that we're moving into that part of the year, and it's also super soft. So I absolutely love this one. I can recommend it to anyone. It has become one of my most worn pieces this season, and I love these two together. It's a casual outfit, but I really feel like this cardigan is kind of like making it feel a little bit more polished in a way. But for those days where it's really warm, I'm not sure we will have more days like that, but I love having a white t-shirt underneath, and then I can play around with the cardigan. I can open it up or I can layer it over my shoulder. I absolutely love the versatility of having a cardigan in the office, because it just, when you're kind of cold, you can wrap up in it. When you're kind of warm, you can take it off. When you're in between, you can lay it over your shoulders. It's just such a solid option for work that's really comfortable and still feels pulled together, but way more casual than the first outfit. Now for outfit number 3, I want something that is a little bit softer and quite feminine. This might be the most feminine of the outfits, and it is a silk skirt with a knit top. Knitwear with silk is just one of my favorite texture combinations. I think it is luxurious, it's cozy, it's feminine, it's beautiful, and it's also incredibly comfortable. So I have this silk skirt in this beautiful champagne color. It's not a full maxi length, so I can have these boots on that I absolutely love, these boots, and they can kind of peek out underneath the skirt. So I have a little bit of accessorizing, a little bit of something going on at the bottom of the outfit, because I don't have too many accessories with this. I think that the shoe can really help carry this outfit and not make it feel too boring in a way, which sounds a little bit difficult with silk anything in an outfit, but it can feel a little bit too plain. So I really feel like the boot is adding a lot to this outfit. Then I also have my Reformation cashmere, knit cashmere. Beautiful, can never be overrated, I don't think. It just is so incredibly comfortable and soft, and for me this outfit formula works with so many different types of skirts and tops, but I do tend to pay a little bit of attention to the proportions of it. So you can see the skirt is not overly fitted, but it doesn't have too much volume either. It's a fairly balanced silhouette, I think. And with that, I didn't want a top that felt too clingy, too tight. I wanted something that felt a little bit softer, a little bit more comfortable. And for me, my favorite at the moment anyways, is to go with a top that has a little bit more volume in it. But I feel like when the skirt is a little bit more balanced in terms of the silhouette, you can play around with having a more fitted top, or you can have a more oversized slouchy top like this. And I just think it is a little bit more relaxed and more fun, more cozy to play around with as well. And for this one, because it is pretty long, as you can see, and I feel like that can sometimes make me look a little bit even shorter than I am when I just leave it hanging. Sometimes I'm into that vibe, but for today I just put a belt in my waist and then I tucked the jumper into it. You can either do it sort of underneath, so you just have a cropped version of the jumper, or you can tuck it into the belt, so you're kind of accessorizing a little bit further with that. I wanted to also use the handbag from the first outfit, so you can see how incredibly beautiful it is to have a more structured and feminine handbag with a more feminine and soft outfit. I love the contrast of the soft silk and the soft knit with this more structured handbag. I just think it is such a beautiful contrast, and I do really feel like it's kind of balancing out the outfit a little bit, especially with the shoes being so slouchy as well. I feel like a slouchy handbag would just be overkill on this outfit. For outfit uniform number 4, we have one of my absolute go-tos. If I don't know what I'm wearing, I always reach for a monochromatic outfit. And this outfit uniform is essentially a monochromatic base with a trench coat. It feels so classic and I always instantly feel pulled together. Obviously a trench coat just is one of my favorite pieces to wear anyways, but whenever I wear a monochromatic outfit, I just feel like it looks like my life is way more together than it actually is. So I have two versions of this that I typically go for. There's something about an all black outfit that in my experience tends to go one or two ways. Either it's a power outfit or it looks like you're going to a funeral, which if you're not, obviously you don't want to have that vibe. Either way, for the first option, I have black tailored trousers, a black knit top, and then my cropped trench coat. It's not really a cropped trench coat. I know several have pointed this out. I'm trying to stop saying cropped. It's a shorter trench coat. I absolutely love the A-line shape of this. I bought this from COS not too long ago. Such a beautiful piece. I was so worried I wouldn't get wear out of this, and now I wear it all the time. It is such a good piece. I just find that this one reads a little bit more laid back in a way. So I think this is such a good option and one that I have worn a lot with work outfits as well. So the second version is an all grey outfit. Obviously I'm going with these tailored trousers again. One of my, I feel like I'm only wearing my favorite pieces here, but truly these are the pieces I wear on a daily basis. So these tailored trousers right here with the cardigan from before. And while I do wear both the black and the grey monochromatic outfits, and I do tend to feel like the grey version is just easier to pull off, and maybe it reads a little bit more luxurious or expensive in a way. I'm not sure. But I'm definitely leaning towards that, although I do wear both. A neutral monochromatic outfit with a trench coat, such an easy, no-brainer for work. Overall, I think it's a really easy outfit formula. It's timeless, classic, easy to build on. Again, I tend to pair this with maybe some loafers or some boots and just any work appropriate handbag. The next outfit uniform is one that always really excites me, and that is a shirt, dress and some boots. And I absolutely love this combination right here. I have to say that finding dresses is not what I shine at. It's not the easiest. I find it really difficult to find, especially work appropriate dresses, things that are comfortable and appropriate and stylish and pulled together all in one, because I do love a dress in the way that you put it on and you're dressed. It's one piece, it's no fuss, it's super easy, and then you just get to accessorize with whatever looks good. I think it is really easy, but you need to have the right dress. It needs to be a dress that looks good on its own, because you can't save it with a ton of layering, although obviously layer over a trench coat, layer over a blazer, whatever you want. But when I'm not outside and I'm not relying on my layering pieces, for me the dress really needs to shine on its own, and I feel like this one really does that. I do love a shirt dress. They're not always the most comfortable, so I really enjoy this one. I love the length of it. Same as with the skirt, it still allows the boots to really shine here and add a little bit of style and also obviously texture. I absolutely love the contrast of the crisp cotton in the dress and the suede of these boots. I think is adding a lot of interest. And over time, as I'm wearing this dress, to not make it too repetitive in the outfit uniforms, because I plan on wearing this a ton, I will kind of switch out the belt for one of my own in leather. I'll change out the footwear, wear different shoes. I'll add a cardigan to layer over. There are definitely styling options to this outfit uniform, but the beauty of it really is that you just pull on one piece and you're done essentially. It's so incredibly simple, and yet it's super comfortable and looks really, really polished. This again, obviously, because it's a dress, it's one of those more feminine outfits, and I pair this with my demier tote to have a handbag that is giving a little bit more style. I feel like when I'm not relying on layers to give interest to an outfit, I'd like to do it through the accessories. So just adding them in materials that have a little bit more extra to them, like the suede, or through a silhouette. Like this handbag always makes me feel like I'm a little bit more stylish than I really am. So as long as I have found the right dress, adding a shirt dress with knee-high boots is just one of the easiest go-to outfits that I find, where I still feel really cute throughout the day. Now, the very last outfit uniform I want to talk about is sort of deconstructed tailoring. So instead of putting on just a suit and a shirt, I know it's very appropriate for some workplaces, but if you are a little bit more on the casual side with it, I love the way that mismatched tailoring pieces come together to create something that feels put together, but so much cooler and so much more relaxed and effortless. So obviously I could do it with the trousers I have on now. I want to just show you an example. If I added this blazer to these grey tailored trousers, it reads very much like a suit. And instead, I love just adding a blazer in a different color, in a different material. If you're adding like a leather blazer or a suede one, just something that really breaks that, oh, that's a suit. And for the outfit example I showed you, I went with this blazer, which is a gray pinstripe. You can see, I love the pinstripe of this. It's also quite oversized, so it's really nice to play around with. I tend to always roll up the sleeves of it to just make it a bit cooler. And it also has that asymmetric detail, like lots of little things that just make it a little bit more interesting. And then I paired it with some black tailored trousers. I have worn these a lot, I will admit. They're not my current favorite. They don't fit like amazingly. For this outfit, I just wanted to kind of show you what that would look like. And then adding a t-shirt. Obviously a long sleeve works great for when you just take off the layering piece inside. I think it's a great way to keep that smart look, but just make it feel a little bit more sort of lived in and easy. And again, there are so many different ways of playing around with this. I was a little bit done putting on different outfits when I got to this one, but playing around with a wool blazer, or as I said, a suede or a leather, just playing around with the textures, the colors, just finding something that feels a little bit more relaxed and cool, I think is a lot of fun actually. But for me, this outfit uniform is all about contrasting those tailored pieces. So these are my go-to outfit uniforms for autumn. And what I love about these is that it just takes out the guesswork of putting together an outfit in the morning. If I don't have any brain power to be creative or play around with my outfit, I love that I can just put on one of these in one form or another, and I still like my outfit and I feel put together, and I leave the house not looking like a right mess. And most importantly, I haven't spent half an hour like pulling my hair out trying to find something to wear. Obviously, some mornings I love playing around with my outfits and my accessories, but it feels like an act of self-care to have some outfit uniforms always planned, so I don't need to sort of stress with it unless I actually want to. I'd love to hear if you'd like to see more videos on outfit uniforms. It's something that I really love and use a lot in my own life. And as always, if you're not yet subscribed and you want to see more videos like this, I would really love it if you would consider doing so. You know, it's free and it really helps me out. Either way, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you very shortly in the next video. You know, maybe one of these. Bye!